Today is day number 76. 76 days of my possible 120. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please click the like button. Please leave a comment and a question. Share my videos, especially if you have found them useful thus far. Just give me a like, because 76 videos, you gotta give me a little bit of a hand again. And along with making 76 videos in a row and not always having a good topic to talk about with you guys, it was bound to be that I talk about the same kind of scenarios here and there. Again, I believe I've talked about this before, but this is very, very pundit? Is pundit a word? I think pundit's a word. Correct me if I'm wrong. Prudent. Prudent? This is very prudent to this situation. See, I'm dumb. No, I know I talked about that before. But the little discussion I want to have with you guys today is when you become a mariner, when you become a merchant marine, a sailor, when you end up leaving home, leaving your family, leaving your loved ones for work for an extended period of time, especially when your work is international and it's not, you're not traveling internationally abroad for some kind of business thing where you can just up and leave whenever you want. Like this job, especially if you're on a container ship or some kind of vessel and you're crossing the Atlantic or the Pacific and you're not going to be seeing land for 20 to 30 days. If a scenario comes up, that's where I know I talked about this. Charmaine's car accident and me wanting to be there. If a scenario comes up where you're gone for 20 to 30 days, you can't just fly home, right? The same scenario happens with you can't plan for certain things. And you can't plan like I'm getting home May 3rd, May 4th. For me to plan a vacation and plan a flight on May 5th or May 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th is like a completely no-go. That would be thoughtless to plan some kind of vacation like that because so many things can happen. Somebody might not pick up the job. Somebody might not actually come to relieve me. Now, with the contract, the union should back me on saying, well, if his contract's up, the company should be sending me home because it's their, they need to find somebody to replace me, basically, is the way I believe it's supposed to be, or is seen from mine and my fellow crew members' view. Though usually I also believe the company, they ask us, hey, we can't find a guy for you, will you stay longer? Most people just stay. It's just extra money, why not? But the reason this is prudent, I think pundit is like a smell thing. I think pundit is a smell thing. I think why this is prudent to the scenario is because of this current world virus type thing going on. Obviously, you guys won't see this until months later, guys. You honestly will not be seeing this video until months later. And I hope, by all means, that this whole illness is gone, this whole pandemic thing is just gone. Hopefully there's whatever. I really don't keep up with it all too much, currently, because it doesn't necessarily affect me too much because I'm on a ship. But now it is kind of affecting me, possibly. We just had a little union meeting, and apparently the bosun was told by his port agent that the union halls are they're talking about possibly shutting down for the next 30 days. Now, this is what that means. I'm due to get off in 44 days, 43, 44 days, right? So it might not be too much of an issue for me. But Josh, on the other hand, he's due to get off in 29 days. So if all the union halls are going to close the doors and not allow anybody, they're apparently saying, shipping, whatever's ceasing for these 30 days. So if you were due to get off, say in 2 weeks, if the union hall's doors are closed, a guy can't get in to get a job to relieve you who's due to get off in 2 weeks, is apparently how it's sounding. For Josh, he's due to get off in 29 days. So by the time the doors open for the union hall, apparently, that'll be about 3 or 4 days after Josh is due to get off. Typically, the company sends out like a job, a relief job. For here, it's like 2.5 weeks before a person's supposed to get off. So when Josh is supposed to be getting off, the job will be going to the union halls, but nobody will be able to pick up that job. So for me, it's not as big of an issue, because in 1 month, I'll have 2 weeks left, and that's when the company will be putting my job out. But now at the same time, because Josh's contract is up before mine, he will have basically priority to a relief over me, because he's been here longer. So now it's affecting me. On top of that, some ships are being held up anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 weeks or whatever before they can pull into ports. So that's also affecting the shipping industry. And that way, some ports coming from certain places. And for me here, we've actually recently been told that unless it's for a medical reason, we can't leave the ship. So who's on here now is everybody is quarantining basically, but it's kind of a thing for me right now, because like I said, Josh will have priority over me. So basically, when this 30 days is up, the ship's on a 30-day quarantine. Nobody can leave unless it's for medical reasons. The union halls are about to go into a 30-day quarantine. And then at the end of that, Josh is already supposed to be getting off. I'm due to be getting off. And then on top of that, my brother's wedding is in Mexico, May 15th. Or May 16th, but I fly out May 15th. Now, by no means did any of us, have this thought of this virus sticking around, being this big and bad, I guess. So they're saying if you're coming, and currently, yeah, I'm in a high area, high risk area. So there's a possibility that I might get quarantined just from coming back to the States because of the area that I'm in right now. So whether they quarantine me at the airport, or if I just get a nice little verbal quarantine me at my own home, now the issue is, okay, I get home on the 3rd or 4th. I was supposed to be flying to Mexico on the 15th. So that's only 10 days away, 11 days away. So when I go to fly over, am I going to get quarantined? Say I'm not quarantined when I get to the States. Say they don't give me a warning. Say none of that happens. Is Mexico going to say anything when I fly down there? Because obviously they're going to look at my passport. They're going to see, oh, you literally just came from this high-risk area. What's going to happen then? So yeah, it is affecting me personally in a way. also. I gotta figure out with my brother whether, apparently he talked to our old man last night and said they are talking about maybe pushing the date back for the wedding. Apparently. I'm not sure, I haven't spoke to him yet. They won't know if they're gonna push it back until later. Apparently not till, more towards May, which to me is kind of silly, because if you're waiting till May, then you're waiting till 2 weeks before the wedding. But at the same time, it's not silly, because currently the tickets that I bought, I spent over $2,000 in tickets between me and Charmaine, a trip to Mexico and also down to Reno. The companies, the flight companies and whatnot, gave me an email. We're all getting emails left and right from every which way from every company we've talked to about this coronavirus thing, and flights obviously are getting such a high incoming call thing that the email I got from the flight agencies that I'm working with said in the email that if my flight isn't within 14 days, please do not call or please do not ask about anything, because they're getting such a high call rate right now. So, okay, now I understand that with my brother and his fiance wanting to wait till the beginning of May to postpone their wedding, if or not, who knows. But for me, say, okay, they're postponing their wedding. Even if I can get the refund, I'm only getting like half my money back on those tickets. So for me, the smartest thing to do would be to just extend another month, because then I would 100% make my money back that I've lost and then some. And on top of that, that's if they do tell me they're postponing it. But there's also the possibility that, again, like I said, if Josh doesn't have a relief, he's gonna have priority getting off this ship before me. So he might get a relief and I might not. Or even if that doesn't happen, we might still be in quarantine and might not be able to fly home. All these scenarios. So it's a big thing with becoming a mariner. The unknown in timing, the unknown in events that can go on, not just with your life, but with life around you and life around us, because we can't control everything. That being said, I hope this pandemic is over. I hope nobody's turned into a zombie yet. Stay healthy, stay clean, stay safe. That's it. Hit that subscribe button, click the like button, comment, question, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out.